In a previous video, we introduced this Mitsubishi Galant VR-4, a platform with lots of mods and serious potential. But this journey hasn't come easy. From wiring challenges to dialing the ECU Master setup, getting this car to run has tested every step of the process. With countless hours, constant adjustments, and more than a few setbacks along the way. But today, we get closer than ever. This is a moment we've been working toward.
Alright guys, welcome back. So over the Easter holiday, this you will see this probably a couple days after, but yesterday was on Saturday. We went through, did some checks with the wiring of the Galant, because we say alright, the car just there now do nothing, and it's been a year since we last even looked back on it, one whole year. So we say alright, we'll set it up, get certain things going with it. And the initial issue we had with this car was that it wasn't starting on the ECU Master. We had some issues with the not wiring, but we had some issues with the ignition type setup in the ECU. At the time when we started using this platform, the base maps that were available were like Evo 8, I think it was Evo 8, 9 and 10. Yeah, Evo 8, 9 and 10. Those were the only options that were available. So we look back again. Even yesterday we said, alright, we'll go through and try find some other things. And we found one for Evolution 4. So it was the sides we're going to use. And so far so good. It was nice and everything. Load up the map and it still wouldn't start. So the build breakdown for this car is that it has a 4G63 engine, well, block and head. We also have a 2.3 stroker kit in it. So I run a 2.4 liter crankshaft with some, I think it's 100mm rods and some Y-scope aftermarket pistons that actually move the wrist pin up into the piston a little bit below the oil ring line. So it kind of move the piston ring up, not the ring, move the pin, piston pin, or the grudging pin, whichever pin. That pin that holds the piston onto the rod, that moves it up into the oil ring line. So we had to get specific pistons for it. It's a port and polish head done by Sherwood and his team. Triangle valve job, plus we did do 272 cams, cam gears, AM cam gears, and we have run a built automatic transmission. So this car is built for, you know, street and track. So we're really and truly I waste time with this thing. We need to get it going. So this weekend we'll focus on that. Today I'm Monday now, today the holiday. We're gonna try see if we can get it started, get the other things cleaned up, bring it back to life. So with this now, using the Evo 4 base map, we have to just change the ignition outputs. Because we got batch firing. So the ignition outputs are going to be event 1, it's going to fire cylinder 1 and 4 at the same time. For event 2, it's going to fire 3 and 2 at the same time. For event 3, it's going to fire 1 and 4 again at the same time. And event 4 is going to fire 3 and 2 again at the same time. Alright, so we could try crank it and see what it does now. Alright, moment of truth. Alright, so it starts up and then dies. So that simply means we're missing something. see what it do. Yeah, like it kill the ignition after it start. Hold on there. Alright, let's see what this does. Alright, so this 53. Alright, so we changed something yesterday. The power source of the TPS, we move it to somewhere else. It's supposed to be a 12 volt ignition source, but we move it go somewhere. So I try to see if that changed anything. Alright, I'm gonna try it and see. No, didn't change anything. It not seeing something and then just shut down. Alright.
At this point, I decided to just give it a break. All I tried did not make an impact, didn't change anything. The car started, then it stopped. So we gave it some time.
Alright guys, so is that next day we get somebody come set the timing for we, and now we'll try to see if we can smooth out, see if we can smooth out the idle. The idling is kind of rough, and the thing there is very, the air filtration come off of the chart altogether. So I'm gonna try to see if we can fix that by, you know, fine tuning something. So I get it started and everything. So it'll start now. So we just need to get the idling smooth, and then we'll see what I go on. All right. I think those coils not all that hot enough. I'm gonna change the coil. Let me see if I can get some K coils to use instead of the J series. Start up. AFR, they're all over the place. Before we do anything, I'm going to save this. Okay. Okay, AFR behave itself now. I have a vacuum leak somewhere. May I hear it from here? Guess you guys will probably hear it outside. But the AFR is now stable. AFR there 12.1, 12.2. Steady, you know. So far so good, so nice. So the tuner will come at the banks. Banks know him thing, man, know him thing, brother. Set the timing, ignition timing, AFR, everything, so we could have idle, although it was late last night. And it's set to a point where even though we have a vacuum leak, it still can idle. Something right here, so it's hold it. Frying it. Alright, so I'm gonna switch off. Switch off and see if we can find where something will go. But blow off valve will work. Everything will work, yo, feel good. The only thing I say, like oil drip down here, so but down underneath where the filter housing is. But we can work around that. And it look like the power steering pump a leak as well, so that I forgot pull up and seal over. But so far so good. Start up. We have good progress. See if I can get something block off that, or see if I can find somewhere that can be used. Alright guys, so see there now. We get it a run. For a little while. Have it idle now. Take care of the vacuum leak. Adjust up the air fires. And it's alright. It's idle. But we have some oil leaks that we have to take care of. And put drip in there. Some areas underneath the car drip. I think guys the return for the turbo. So I'm gonna jack up the car next time. Go underneath it, sort out the oil leaks. Get the car up on some good tires and being able to move around, and then we should be good to go. But for now guys, for now, I like the progress that we make, and I like which part we're there. We're now in a good place, so we can start looking now to finish up the car, get some other things sorted out. As I say, tire them tire when we buy the car with, and that was like a good couple years ago. So I'm going to change off them tires, the front ones as well, and clean out the trunk. It need for God the body shop. Watch here. All of them something that they underneath the windshield. Windshield now sit for anything right now. Or the rear windshield, rear back there, the back glass now sit for anything right now. So all of them something I'm gonna go get the glass taken out, well out and everything. So I'll have some rotten spots that come up here, so you know the usual places where rotten spots up here, around the glass, the weather strips. See one here, so that need to come out too. And then we can start look at, you know, getting the car moving. We want to see if we can at least switch it off. The oil leak are going then. We want to see if we can bring this out to the Classic Car Club meet and get some, you know, reviews on it. If we carry it to the Classic Car Club meet, next meetup, clean up the engine bay. Engine bay wants some in desperate need of cleaning, so I clean up the engine bay. Get all the other things sorted out, confirm all the fittings. So we have the two oil cooler them, one for the transmission, so I have a transmission cooler here, engine oil cooler. Get the oil leak sorted out for the return for the turbo, and that's it pretty much. Oh, and get a mount plate for these, for the coils, so that the coils don't shake around while the car is idling. So all of them something I need to sort out. So I get a plate. When I like them, I go DIY something. Get a plate cut for this area, and then nut and bolt the coils on top of it, and put the wiring, neat up the wiring underneath it. So we're good to go after that. Yep, but that's pretty much it for this car for now. Get it running. That is a milestone for me. I carry a park for almost 2-3 years. After we build the engine, so we're gonna change the ECU and a whole heap of something and a whole heap of things we said we have planned for it, and we just get the ECU thing sorted out. Never get the timing thing dealt with till a day. We never get the timing thing sorted out till a day or so ago, and now that all of that is done, we can start focusing on, you know, making the car nice again. Clean out the car, a whole heap of junk in here. Oh, I need a different fuel pump relay. So the fuel pump relay was one of the problems that we were facing with the car not staying on. So we get the fuel pump relay changed, neat up the wiring, clean out the car, and somehow get it to the body man, so you can sort out the back glass, go back over the entire body, and give me a nice spray job on the entire car itself. Get rid of sort out the leaks and them something there, because as you know, these cars, once I'm reaching a certain age, I'm start leak. So we'll deal with all of them something. But for now, guys, we respect and love the feedback me I get, the views. Guys, continue support the channel. Continue to give me feedback. I want to see more engagement from the channel, really, and I want to put more content. Put out more content so that you guys can you know, be a part of the journey too. I want everybody, for those who can or can't, make it be our thing, our journey thing. You understand? Alright, so guys, thanks again. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.